Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another round of Master Phil in your corner. And here's your host, Master Phil.
All right. Greetings, everyone. Greetings, everyone. Master Phil here with Master Phil in your corner. And today we still have our guest partner here. And this will be the lovely and talented Conor McGregor here at the Undefeated Media Studios in Wyckoff, New Jersey.
Great to be here.
Oh, yeah. So this is actually episode number 70.
70.
Yeah, 70.
Big number.
And yeah, 69 was last week. And now this is
You've
70.
done a lot of episodes, Phil.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, we're moving forward, and this one is titled "Are Our Armed Forces Combat Ready?" Okay, yeah,
It's a good question.
Yeah, but before we get into that, let's go with some topical news. I haven't really said much about the meat puppet in charge recently, but evidently he has COVID. So
I saw that yesterday.
Yeah, that would be. What's his name? Walter or Biden?
Oh, that's Jeff Dunham.
Yeah, he looks like Jeff Dunham's puppet, Walter. But, evidently he's got COVID. And, I wish him a speedy recovery. But I guess that, his shots and masks haven't worked too well because he got COVID.
Hopefully the vaccine helped him.
Because, we want him to be okay and make it through this presidency.
But they keep such a tight circle around him, keeping the bubble.
Well,
but then it got through.
The bubble had COVID. It had COVID in it. And the other thing was that evidently he has cancer too.
What?
Yeah. Well, he said that. I had cancer back on a windshield in Delaware. Said how Delaware is the worst state for cancer, and that he would wipe with his windshield wipers, wipe oil off of the windshield. Okay. First of all, you're not going to wipe oil off your windshield with windshield wipers. Doesn't happen. Okay, it just doesn't happen. It would just spread and smear all over the place. You wouldn't be able to see anything. You would maybe take a Windex and spray it.
Yeah, clean it that way.
Yeah, clean it that way. You wouldn't just use your wipers to do it.
Right.
Even if you did wiper fluid and did it, I just don't think it's going to have the same effect. You have to scrub that stuff off.
Where did that come? That's Delaware weather?
Yeah. No, Delaware oil, because everyone has cancer there. And, the funny thing is that
pollution.
Yeah. Well, here, the thing is that, you've been in the Senate there for like 50 years, pal. Or should I just call him Jack?
Well, it's long.
Jack, why didn't you fix it? You've been there. He's been in politics over 50 years. You're from Delaware. Why didn't you fix it? Why are you complaining about it? Now you're going to fix the rest of the world? You can't even fix your own state. And that's a small state. It's a small wonder.
It's the smallest state, the most money. A lot of corporations are there.
Right.
But yeah, it's like all that time, they're all career politicians, right? Mm-hmm. So fix the problem when it's,
Yeah. So
ready.
Let's get into our sponsors first. Now we got that out of the way. But we have philross.com. So you want to go to philross.com for all your training needs. We have all types of video programs there, from the Kettlebell Workout Library, American Eagle Live, Secrets of Kettlebell Training, so forth. Mm-hmm. Body Method. Well, next weekend, today, I'll be heading out to Denver, Colorado.
That's right, Denver.
Yes.
City in the sky.
Yes. So I'm pretty psyched. We're going to do a level 1 and 2 for the Body Method. There's still some room. So, and we always accommodate people, even though there's a limit, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
even if we go outside, put up a tent, we'll get everyone.
Yeah,
trained.
bring everyone in.
Yeah, we'll do it. And then we have our products. So we have kettlebells, books, videos. Just go to the Dragon Door link on my products, and also Fit Team. Notice I got my Fit Team Nectar of the Gods right here.
That's right.
Yeah, this has the hydrate and energy in it. But like today, I'm not eating much.
Oh, why is that?
Just I'll do the I call it intermittent starving. So
yeah.
So today, basically, since I've had some hard workouts all week, today's like a light workout day. I'll maybe stretch, do some speed bag work, so forth.
Okay, yeah.
And then I just eat fruit all day, and we'll drink my energy drink here.
Get the Fit Team. And now is that what kind of fruit are you drinking? You're eating?
Well, today I ate a peach, and then I'll have a pear later on.
I had a peach the other day. They're in season. They're delicious.
Oh, delicious, man. This thing, I was biting into it. It was like just dripping down. Yeah. It was awesome.
It is such an operation to have a peach.
Oh, yeah. I had my paper towel.
Yeah, you're just
sliced there. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, like you eat it over a bowl, just take care of it. But they're in season and they're delicious. Jersey peaches.
Yeah, I just
corn on the cob.
yeah, that's corn
Good
and
food
cobs.
here.
So then yeah, so that's why it was known as the Garden State.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think it's moving to the garbage state right now though.
Well, I
You'll
wonder
see
why
some
they
things
changed
going.
they changed the color of the license plate from blue to like off yellow. It just looks
Yeah.
like a white license plate that just got polluted.
Well, it used to be like a cream color, and then and back in the day, it used to be black with orange on it, so it was like the Halloween state.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I actually have some of those licenses.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. I thought it was always blue, or
Yeah,
that kept it.
And then I'm also on burnalong.com. Okay. So you want to join me and 2,000 other instructors. There's a special deal where it's normally it's $14.95 a month, but if you go onto my link, it's a little bit less.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. Burnalong.com. I will actually be on their podcast today.
Oh, great.
As a guest.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, we're going to speak to working with special populations, like if someone has an autoimmune disease or something like that. And, so matter of fact, I have a video training with someone with Parkinson's later on this afternoon as well.
Oh, great. That's good.
Yeah. So I'm trying to help them through that.
Great.
So yeah, that's, you want to check out Burn Along. And of course we got Health is a Wealth.
That's right.
Okay. That's our community outreach virtual platform. Connect with other health, wellness, fitness professionals, display your expertise, and exchange knowledge with professionals, all while expanding your brand
Mm-hmm.
and securing the top spot in your area. So, definitely check it out. And if you have any issues, just, contact me personally. I'll help you through it. I'm almost done making the videos on how to access everything, how to post blogs, how to post videos,
I got you.
How to conduct surveys. So, I just have one more to do and they'll be up on the site.
Yeah. For the full community.
Yep.
Great.
So let's get into this today. The military recruitment, it's suffering from wokeness, weakness, and sickness. Okay. Do you realize that 75%, you ready for this? 75% of Americans age 17 to 24 are ineligible to join the Army due to obesity,
Mm-hmm.
education, or they're criminals.
So the total of that 75 is ineligible.
Wow. So full 75%, 3/4 of the people, the age that we need to recruit for our armed forces. Yeah. And you know what? We're down. Our numbers are down so far. We are 40% short on our recruitment
To meet that recruitment goal.
Yeah. Who's going to protect us? Okay. It's like, we live in a land of the free and a home of the brave. So, a lot of people take this for granted, but you know what? You have freedom. You have to protect it. And if we have, these ineligible, 3/4 ineligible, they're too soft, weak, and not smart. I mean, and they even, what they even tried doing? They tried eliminating the high school diploma as a prerequisite.
I heard that too.
But then they got rid of it. They had to put it back in because people they're not smart enough to do it.
Well, that's absurd. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look at what we're raising. Okay. But hey, we got 37 bathrooms now, So could you imagine this? We have 75% of our people ineligible. Okay. Now why is this happening? Why is this happening? I mean, there's a couple different reasons for this. One is we have this like notion of wokeness, but how's that working out for Netflix and Disney, right? They're kind of like that get woke, go broke situation. The same thing's happening here because we got that the general there, I call him General Milli Vanilli over at the Pentagon, who's like wants to understand white rage and he's gotten totally woke. And then we have the other colonel there who's a total woker guy.
Oh, what's his name?
I forget his name, honestly. I'm just trying to forget all these people.
It's like you keep track.
Yeah. I mean, our numbers are down 40%.
That's
scary, dude.
That's a big number.
Yeah.
And then 75 to fit that 40%. That's
yeah.
I mean,
well,
they shouldn't get rid of physical education in high school, but they are.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, they're knocking that off. And this is the result.
There's no competition.
Yeah.
No. Here's a report Let's go. Ready, willing, and unable to serve. Mission readiness. A group of retired military and civilian military leaders found that 1 in 4 people between the age of 17 and 24 does not have a high school diploma. 1 in 4. So 25% of these kids don't have a high school diploma. Okay. So then 30% of those who do still fail the armed forces qualification test. So of that 70% that does have it, 30% of those
the math
can't pass the test. So now you're down to about 50%, just quick numbers. And then another one is that 1 in 10 cannot serve because of past convictions or felonies. So now we're down to like 40%.
The batch is getting smaller.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're down to potentially 40%, right? Then a full 20% of young Americans are simply too overweight. They're just fat. They're overweight. You've done nothing. You sat on your butt and pressed buttons your whole life.
Yeah, it's the access, it's food. Yeah.
Yep. It's food. It's food choices. I mean, you look at every commercial on TV. It's like fattening food or some type of drug they're pushing.
Well, it's all preservatives and everything.
Yeah. So, we have a serious problem. Look at this now. We're trying to make our army better. Look, what is the goal of the armed forces? What is the goal?
Protect the country.
What do you want to do? You want to win wars, right? You have to smash the other people. And they're talking about toxic masculinity and all that stuff. It's such a false narrative, such a an untrue notion. It's called you need masculine, tough people, whether male or female. I know some really tough women out there that can do it. But talking about that, look at one of those recruitment. Here, let's pull up that recruitment clip here.
Okay.
And by the way, the Army has disabled comments on this because, well, you'll see. So here we got, for those of you who are just listening in, we have a music and we have different people's pictures up there kind of being put into a cartoon. Okay, so they're, and we may stop this at some point. So it says The Calling. Okay.
Okay, let me know.
Yep. So now we have a cartoon of a female soldier.
This is the story of a soldier who operates your nation's Patriot missile defense systems.
Okay. All right. Kind of cool, right? Got a little cartoon graphics.
It begins in California with a little girl raised by 2 moms.
Okay, stop. Okay. What does this have to do with the Army? What does this have to do with having the best people to defend ourselves? Look, God bless them. You know, they adopted a little girl. Hopefully they're happy, so forth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care. What does it have to do with defending our country? What does it have to do with this person being great, whether they show that they face some adversity or whatever the case may be? Okay, great, everyone faces adversity. But how's it going to help me win a war?
Telling the story, they start out with this. So
yeah. So let's keep going. See what else. So now they show, it shows her name on the beach, and it's all cartoon now.
Although I had a fairly typical childhood, took ballet, played violin, I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age. When I was 6 years old, one of my moms had an accident that left her paralyzed. Doctor said she might never walk again. But she tapped into my family's pride to get back on her feet, eventually standing at the altar to marry my other mom. With such powerful role models, I finished high school at the top of my class, and then attended UC Davis, where I joined a sorority full of other strong women. But as graduation approached, I began feeling like I'd been handed so much in life.
All right, so I just got a compelling story. What does this have to do with be the best you can be, challenge yourself, being proud of our country? There's nothing in this whole commercial. Feel free to watch it, people. It's on. But there's nothing about, fighting for our country and what we stand for. It's really, who are they trying to attract? I'll tell you, because if you look at it, most of the people that go into here are, a little bit the rougher person. Okay, person wants to be challenged.
Mm-hmm.
Person wants to learn how to fight, learn how to use weaponry, possibly defend this country, have a strong sense of country. Because listen, if she's attached to her family, which is great, I applaud that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but why would you leave the country to defend your family? Stay home. And then we're looking at this, and it's like, who's this going to attract? What are we looking to do? I mean,
a lot of production went into making it.
Yeah. So we have that to contend with. So who are we trying to attract?
Mm-hmm.
Then we wonder why our numbers are down. We're 40% low. The other thing is the vaccine mandates. A lot of people, freedom-loving people, do not want to be told they have to take this COVID vaccine. And obviously, as we stated, I mean, does it really work? I mean, I don't know. Do people really need it that are 17 to 24 years old? I think that the people in this age bracket better worry about, studying a little bit and getting in shape.
Get to the 40%, the 75%, the recruitment.
Yeah. I mean, 75%. So,
that's a scary large number.
Yeah. And we're down 40% recruitment. And that's just in recruitment. I mean, a lot of those people are wind up failing out.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
So the approval.
Yeah. I mean, they have to make it through. Okay. You have to make it. You can get the NPQ, not physically qualified. Boom, done, out the door.
So that's stamped on the account.
Yeah. I mean, so what are we going to do to defend our borders? Here. And the thing is, again, I'm going to go back to this. What is the purpose of the armed forces? We're here to win wars. We need to win. You have to have the best, the brightest, the toughest, the most aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I want people to fear our army. You know why? Because if they fear you, they will not attack you. You see, this is the notion. They want to do all inclusive stuff and whatever. And look, I don't think anyone should be precluded to join the armed forces for any reason, whether it sexual proclivity, gender, whatever. I don't care. I just want the best people there.
Right.
I want the best people there. I want people I know can kick some butt and want to kick butt and want to protect this country.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So do we have that? I don't know. I mean, look, if your job is to win, right? How come, I don't know, the Golden State Warriors basketball team, how come they don't have a 5'3" accountant on the team?
Right.
He's not getting on the court, right? Why? Because they will lose. They will lose miserably.
He's doing the books upstairs.
He's doing the books upstairs where they should be doing their job. Okay? Shouldn't be on the court. You want to win? You have to have your best out there.
Yeah.
The number one, the top dogs out there. So that, the fact that this is even a question, that we're even discussing this, is pathetic. You should see what Russia's doing with our commercials. They're using our commercials, splicing it into theirs, and like mocking us out.
Really?
Yeah. And what China has done too. I mean, they are bolstering all of their hardcore, tough, rough type of attitude, very nationalistic attitude. I mean,
right.
if you have a nationalistic attitude in this country now, you're like a white supremacist or a bad person for some reason.
I want to get to see what Russia.
I didn't see one flag in that commercial.
Cutting up our commercial.
Yeah, it's in there. Oh yeah, it's up there. Yeah, they cut up and they show. They compare themselves to us. Now, the funny thing was there was an ad, I guess about a year or so ago, with the CIA, recruiting for the CIA, and showed some woman, a woman of color, and she was bipolar and anxiety and stuff like that. And she says, "Oh, I'm in the CIA." I mean, do we really think that we should have someone that's medicated like that in the CIA? I don't know. I mean, to me, it seems like a pretty tough job to be in the CIA.
That's not easy recruitment for CIA.
Yeah. And because I know that years ago I thought about it when I was in college, it'd be cool to be a spy.
Oh, really?
And all this
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. it's hard to get in. I mean, I never bothered doing it because
I can't imagine how to build that. Yeah.
Well, I'm not sneaky enough. I'm not sneaky, underhanded. I can't do that. So I'm pretty much straightforward. Like I would be good at Secret Service. That would be, become my personality.
Yeah, as a bodyguard. That's
what I
you'd
would
be. That's your MO.
Right. But being a spy, slipping around, doing all sneaky stuff,
Different skill set.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. I'm just too much me. Yeah, I'm just straightforward.
Well, I've heard enough bouncer stories.
Right. So I know what I'm good at.
Secret Service is your job. Yeah.
I know what I'm good at.
Nice.
But you look at, if someone's going to be recruited for the CIA, usually it's a military operative who's been,
I think they go like from SEALs, right?
Well, some are SEALs, some are Marines, some are whatever, Army Intelligence, Green Berets, things like that.
The ones that made it to that top.
Yeah, which is
no easy feat.
No, it's ridiculously hard.
And the requirement should be that tough discipline to get in.
Yeah, look, because the thing is that most secrets are lost because of lack of discipline.
Oh, well, yeah. Like right? Loose lips sink ships.
Yep, loose lips sink ships. So here, how are we going to have someone who's mentally unstable defending our country's secrets? How's it going to work?
They have tests, right, for mental acuity.
Yes, but what are they doing? I mean, look, there's plenty of people who are very intelligent who have these, who have issues with being bipolar or whatever the case may be. But it's nothing to do with that. It has to do with the psychological background. Mm-hmm. So, do you really want someone who is, potentially, compromised in the emotional, mental state? Do they possess the skills to be emotionally and mentally sound in a stressful situation? Then you're in country somewhere. What if they run out of their pills or they lose them or they or what if they just have a bad episode? What if they need to change their medication? This dosage isn't working anymore. This particular pill is not working anymore. How are they going to do that? They're in country. I just really think it's not the best thing to do.
And I can't where people are because we have bases all over the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, here now, you look at the there's a lot of people speaking to this. Actually there is some good news. Because in 2017, the Pentagon reported that 71% of young Americans are ineligible. So, it went up a little bit.
Oh, God, yeah.
So we got another 4%.
I remember growing up, we were always playing outside. We had a dead end across my street. Yeah. So we owned that dead end. Yeah. And it was near the woods, and we played manhunt and kick the can and capture the flag. I grew up with some kids who went into the military. It's just like that.
It's a different mindset.
We had Nintendo, but we didn't play it all day. We got kicked out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm glad that my 12-year-old is finally going outside and getting together with friends and playing soccer. And swimming,
that's great.
And stuff like that.
Is she in sports?
She's travel soccer, travel basketball.
That's awesome.
But now she's kind of taking the initiative and getting out there, getting outside. I mean, but guys, that was commonplace for us.
I know. It's like the initiative, really. That's not the urge. They're just naturally. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's influenced by friends, right? Because they stay inside, right? Yeah. Especially it's hot out. Why would you want to,
Well, she's finding the friends and she's
go play.
So I'm pretty psyched about that.
That's great.
But back to our problem, we have an issue. We don't have the numbers, okay, and we don't have the talent. Especially if they are more focused on these wearing gender, I don't know, they have different uniforms now. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah, there's different outfits, different. I guess they would call them outfits now because they're being gender neutral or specific. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. They're doing different things with the uniforms, trying to make them more, let's say, diverse.
Or what?
Okay. And the whole point of joining the army or the military of anything is that you have everyone's uniform. That's why I call it a uniform. Everyone's supposed to be treated the same no matter what.
Right.
I have no problem with that, but now we're having too much diversity in here, and that's a focus. So what are we going to do as a country? What type of solution do we have? Look, if we don't have anyone protecting our country, I mean, freedom isn't free.
No.
Freedom is not free. We have to protect it. So what are we going to do about that?
Well, that's how we start the summer, Independence Day, Memorial Day,
Yeah, but how are we going to protect it? See, I mean, honestly, I have zero confidence in our government. Zero. I mean, do we have to do militias? Do we have to have a master fill militia, something like that? Put it together. I mean, there are militias in this country, but how are we going to protect ourselves? Do we need to actively exercise the right to have a militia?
What's that? The Second Amendment. What's the full text?
Well, it has to do with the right to bear arms, have bear arms, and a well-regulated militia.
Now, what is that
infringed.
right there? Yeah.
Right.
Well, what does that mean? Because that's such a short statement, right? So the legal interpretation.
We have a right to have a militia.
Well, that's the legal interpretation, right? I mean, of that is fought over constantly, and it's this was 200 years ago.
Yeah, actually more.
Yeah, right. 20.
It's almost 250.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Doing the math. I just average it down.
Yeah.
No.
Big time.
250.
Yeah. Yeah. So, is this what we have to do? Do we have to have? Do we have to create our own militias? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. It just popped in my head. Do we have to do that? Do we have to take action? If we're not going to be protected, if we can't rely on our military to protect us as a country, do we have to take matters into our own hands? I mean, I'm not saying to do anything illegal, and I'm certainly not saying to have a coup and usurp the United States, but just something like our own security force to protect ourselves.
We have one of the largest and most backed armies in the world. The money behind it.
Yeah, but no one wants to join.
You know what for drones, and I hate saying it, but the kids who played video games their whole childhood are now flying drones because they played video games.
Yeah, and now what happens when they shoot off an EMP?
What's that?
Electronic pulse. It'll just magnetic. Yeah, it'll.
Aren't they in steel bunkers?
Well, they have to have them in steel or covered by lead to shield it. Steel or lead.
Lead. Yeah. That's it.
But then, but I mean, those little drones don't have all that stuff in them. All they do is pop off an EMP. You're not driving anywhere, too.
The advancement of all.
EMP.
Yeah.
You're not driving anywhere. Everything will be shut down.
Isn't it?
And all this could have been avoided.
That
all
technology.
All this could have been avoided because we knew about the EMPs prior. And
how do you block that?
Yeah. With shielding, but we're not shielded.
Like the drones.
The drones aren't shielded.
But that technology is just
here.
incredible.
We'll look up. Do drones? I'll look it up. Do drones have EMP protection? Let's see. Will EMP stop a drone? Oh yeah, here it says EMP could combat vast drone swarms better than weapons.
Really?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Just turn them off.
Just go pop off the EMP.
Right.
Whoop, send that out. Everything drops.
That's crazy.
You're done. Okay, so you better know how to fight. A war gets won by personnel. Okay, personnel with strategy, personnel with guts. Okay, here, look. If we had this group of people right now, and they had to storm the beaches of Normandy, we'd be speaking German. Okay, we'd be speaking German. And listen, do I think that there are incredibly tough and talented people in our armed forces? Yes, of course there are. But I'm saying as a whole, look at this with all this wokeness and all this, this non-focus on winning.
We got a picture like my grandfather was a navigator, B-52, no, B-19.
Yeah.
And, his generation, the greatest generation,
Mm-hmm.
they stepped up. They had to.
Yep.
But just imagine that kind of
well, I'll tell you what. Here's what they had.
Yeah,
here's what they had. They had pride in our country. They had love for our country. They had love for our freedom, and they had guts. I mean, here we're here with a bunch of kids who can press buttons, and one electromagnetic pulse can knock everything out, and then we're done. The whole grid gets shut down. Everything we have works on electricity.
That is so scary. Yeah.
And I'll tell you, man, I keep a bicycle ready. I have food ready.
Right.
I have solar things, right? I have water purification.
Oh, you have panels on your roof?
No, I have other panels.
I looked at like a
charge.
A flexible. You could camp with it, right?
Yeah,
the sheet. I looked at that too.
Yeah,
and it's not that. It's like $100.
Yeah, I didn't just look at it.
No,
I could look at it in my basement. Okay.
No, I saw the batteries too,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
but the fact that are those affected? The batteries.
You know what happened? They shoot up they send the electromagnetic pulse, right, and then they stop. So it'll fry the stuff. That's
scary. Yeah.
Yeah, and there goes the drones all dropped out of the sky. So you guys better learn how to fight. Better know how to use a gun, how to use a knife, and how to put yourself in harm's way, because that's what it takes.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it. I mean, if you're charging up the hill in Normandy like our troops did, people dying to the left and the right, and we got guys. The wrong person gets elected, they need a safe space and a bunch of tissues and a stuffed animal. Come on, we're going to depend on them. And here, 75% of them are ineligible. 75% are ineligible. And again, I'm going to roll back to this too. Do these commercials do a job in recruiting the people that we want in our armed forces? Or are we just trying to, appease certain groups? No?
It's right. It's like writing writing. I know a lot of production went into that video.
Yeah.
What
are they thinking about?
It kind of looks like G.I. Joe too.
Yeah, they're trying. But what are they thinking about? Are you thinking about winning? Are you thinking about winning? You can even pull up the one with with Russia and the U.S. It'll be there. So yeah, it's Russia. Russia is against our woke. Just look up. Yeah, it's insane what's going on. Oh, now look, I want a better place. I want our country to be better. There's right there, Army recruitment. Check that out. What they're doing now. So I want this place to be better. That's one we watched already. It's the next one below it.
And speaking of something good, I'm now going to show you a ad from the Russian Army.
Okay, actually, it's an ad. You shouldn't say a ad. It's not proper English.
That's not proper English.
I'm just saying. Yeah, so check this out. The Russian Army. Like right after this guy, yeah.
Первый день твоей новой жизни. Что ты знаешь о себе?
Show some
Что ты способен?
hard, badass dudes. Getting ready, locking and loading, got their boots on, they're doing their push-ups, shirtless, shaved heads, jumping over things on airplanes, jumping out of planes, paratrooping in, locking, loading in snow, shooting, boom. Okay? Masks on, they look like total tough guys. Okay, and then you see the ads, and then they show our ad and show this is what we're going against. They showed a girl on the beach with the two moms and doing that stuff. Okay, that's enough. I've seen enough. So
they cut it up.
Yeah, they cut it up and they spliced in, and people can go check that out on their own. But yeah, this is what we're up against, guys. All right. And mind you, Russia is our enemy. China is our enemy. Okay? Iran is our enemy. These countries are our enemies. And just to let you know, they're recruiting the hell out of Venezuela. Now Colombia has gone socialist. We have enemies all around.
And it's
and we're getting weaker. We're purposefully making ourselves weaker. We're getting woker and weaker. Okay? And people will probably, my detractors will probably, label me as, homophobic, transphobic, race, whatever. I mean, go ahead, do what you want. I don't care because I'm not. I want to win. I want to protect. I want us to be strong so that, you know what? You can marry who you want. You can identify as whatever you want. But if you're not strong, it's not going to happen. If you're not feared, it's not going to happen. If people, look, here, we had the bouncer stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if everyone knows that the bouncers are tough at a bar, they're good bouncers.
You are not gonna act.
You're not gonna mess around,
No.
right? If they know, hey, listen, if I go and I grab this girl's behind, that bouncer's gonna grab me by the scruff of my neck and throw me through the door. Okay, they're not going to do it. Okay, but if you have a bunch of mamby-pamby bouncers to kind of let you do what you want, what are they gonna do? They're gonna do what they want.
It's bedlam, yeah.
Yes. So this is what we're doing. Look, you have to show strength if you want to maintain peace. There is no peace without strength. And what we're promoting right here is not strength.
That cycle, the peace.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that? Yeah. No, the peace from
strength is peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Ron Reagan said.
Yeah.
And he demonstrated that. We had strong armed forces and we had peace. And also, hey, whether you like Trump or not, did we have war when he was in? No, it was afraid of us. Okay. Okay. And he built our military back up. And now we can't even recruit anyone. This is sad, guys. So
a lot of factors, especially after COVID started.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, thing is that I just want to bring this to everyone's attention. And we have to, I don't want anyone to think that I am bashing anyone except what we're trying to do, except the ideology here. Okay. And the only reason that we're able to do the things we can do is because of the strength of our military, because we're keeping our freedom. If we do not keep our freedom, if we do not recruit the right people, we're going to be in trouble. And our enemies are waiting. They're waiting, and they can't wait for the first chance they get. Okay? And it's going to be a rude awakening for us here. But we have to be ready. We have to be ready to take care of business here on our shores. Okay. So
sure you want to end on that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's enough to think about.
Yeah, definitely. Well, everyone, thank you for being here. Another episode of Master Phil. And strength and honor.
Sorry about that time.